Hello again, everybody. Ben Joravsky here. We're calling this Mallory from South Carolina Thursday, and here's why. Because Mallory Dittmer is standing by. Mallory Dittmer is standing by, candidate for Congress in South Carolina. I don't know what you're all saying. Ben, why are you interviewing a candidate for Congress in South Carolina? Well, duh, Chicago, duh, Illinois, duh, lefties around the country. There's a battle going on if you don't know. And that battle has to do with the midterms in November. Is Donald Trump going to reign supreme in this country, or is there going to be some pushback in the House of Representatives? Now, this is me speaking, not Mallory. I'll see if she agrees with me. In my humble opinion, having followed the news for my entire life, but in particular for the last few months, in my opinion, if it was just a legit, straight-up race, if it was just Donald Trump back MAGA candidates versus Democrats in maps that were drawn more or less, left over more or less from the last map making, yeah, Donald Trump would lose. No question about it. It would be a decisive loss. Absolutely. He's exceedingly unpopular. I think even MAGA, in their heart of hearts, if they went into a room all by themselves and there was nobody else in the room, they go, well, of course he's going to lose. So how do you avoid that? Well, you just change the boundaries. It's going on all over the country. Go and change the boundary. Oh, we're going to lose. Well, here's what you do: change the boundary. Donald Trump got on the phone with the governor of Texas. That sort of started it. And Texas go, yes, sir, boss. And they changed the boundaries. Donnie got on the phone. I don't even know if he had to call him. DeSantis in Florida, yes, sir, boss. And they changed the boundaries. They're trying to do it in Alabama, but it seems like a judicial panel is going to block them. We'll see. They're going to take that one to Supremes. They did it in Louisiana. This is a MAGA tactic. They're changing district boundaries in between censuses. You're supposed to do it after a census. Because it's all about distributing population in a fair and equal way. So every congressional district has the same number of people in it, but they're doing it in between census. Pretty tricky move by MAGA. And in my humble opinion, and this is me speaking, not Mallory, it's all an attempt to placate Trump and to keep Trump-supported Congress people in charge of Congress by the midterms. They thought they were going to get away with it in South Carolina, and then a miracle of miracles, and Mallory's going to tell us all about it on Tuesday. I'm going to give a shout out to South Carolina Republicans. I never thought that they would come, Mallory. Let me just take a moment. You guys show me a little backbone. You saw what happened in Indiana when the Hoosiers stood up to Donald Trump on the issue of redistricting. He told the MAGA in Indiana, vote these legislators out. And MAGA, oh, yes, sir, boss. I'm a voter. All I do is what Donnie tells me, voted them out. So either the South Carolina legislators got more backbone than legislators in, like, say, Texas or Alabama or Florida, or maybe they figure something out. Or maybe it's a combination of both. But anyway, that's the backdrop, if you will, for Mallory coming on the show. So welcome to my humble podcast, Mallory.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and just so you know, we were going to do this on Tuesday, but got postponed because of the vote that went down in South Carolina, and you were just overwhelmed with phone calls at that moment, so we had to cancel. And I really appreciate you making time to come back on. Why don't you talk about why don't you introduce yourself to our listeners, and then we'll talk about what went down on Tuesday and put us in this position. Go ahead.
Perfect. Well, yes, my name is Mallory Dittmer. I'm running to replace Ralph Norman, who's considered one of the most conservative members of Congress, one of the original Freedom Caucus members. I'm running to replace him in the House of Representatives. Now, he's running for governor, so it's an open seat for the first time in a decade. And with demographic shifts and people being so fed up with this administration, we have a real shot at taking this. I have lived in South Carolina for the last 6 years. I'm actually a Chicago girl at heart. I was born in Southern Indiana, but spent most of my childhood up until after graduating college in Naperville and lived downtown. I graduated in 2008. And the first job I got was, so that was, right during the recession. The first job I got was an internship downtown working for free. And finally got my first job making $27,000 a year trying to live downtown. It was absolutely insane. But love Chicago, still have family in Chicago. Always have such a special place in my heart.
So what got you to move to South Carolina?
Well, I bounced around a whole lot for my career. So we've lived in Texas, we've lived in New York City. Texas again after New York City. And then really we're just looking for change in 2020 and loved the idea after living in Texas for so long. You can drive all day and still be in Texas. We love the idea of being close to both the beach and the mountains. And politics aside, we really, really love it here. And it's not quite as cold as Chicago, which is helpful.
I'm sure you don't miss the winters. So you're running for Congress. Is this your first run, am I correct, for political office?
This is my first run, but I've been running campaigns for the last 4 years here and have been very effective at beating MAGA type candidates. You don't often see a campaign manager end up running for office, but a lot of people encouraged me to do it because we needed a very serious candidate to take advantage of this open seat. And so
remember, you can download episodes of The Ben Joravsky Show wherever you download podcasts. Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts. Just search for The Ben Joravsky Show. J-O-R-A. V as in victory, S-K-Y. Subscribe. Give us a review. But remember the rule, 5 stars only. Go find The Ben Joravsky Show wherever you download podcasts. But also get this, Ben actually bought a website and it's actually pretty awesome. It's thebenjoravskyshow.com. Go find it right now, bookmark it immediately, because not only can you find previous Ben Joravsky Show episodes, thebenjoravskyshow.com is also the new home for Ben Joravsky columns. You may have noticed something's missing in your Chicago Reader these days. Where'd the Ben Joravsky columns go? They're over at thebenjoravskyshow.com. Go read his latest column. He's been posting his columns at thebenjoravskyshow.com for a while now. So after you read the latest column, go check out the rest. There's tons more on the site. There's also the Benny J Book Club. What's that, you ask? It's a book club. Ben talks about the latest books he read. Was it a good book? Was it a bad book? Find out at thebenjoravskyshow.com. And finally, The Ben Joravsky Show is now an independently funded podcast. That's right, Ben's footing the bill. We love what we do, and we want to keep bringing you content like this. We'd be flattered even if you consider donating to The Ben Joravsky Show. This operation now runs off the hard work of independent podcast producers who kindly give their time to keep this operation going. We'd greatly appreciate your support. Again, it's thebenjoravskyshow.com. J-O-R-A. V as in victory. S-K-Y. Read the columns, join the book club, and find The Ben Joravsky Show and subscribe wherever you download podcasts.